All right, so first and foremost, I want to give a moment of silence and send my condolences for all the lives lost and everybody that's affected by the situation that happened in Buffalo, New York yesterday. Scrolling down the timeline, I see it's some type of racially motivated event that took place in New York. So I start hitting some links and trying to figure out what's going on. Instantly all over my Twitter feed, I started seeing all type of little 2-second, 3-second clips, and it was just the most graphic video ever. So I started putting in my due diligence and started looking up, figuring out who exactly could this person be. So when the actual news came out, it ended up being a guy named Payton Gendron. So hitting my little back channels, I ended up finding out the guy from Conklin, New York. Come to find out, Conklin, New York is a 3-hour and 25-minute drive away from Buffalo, New York. So when people started saying that this stuff was racially motivated, I instantly knew I had to do more research than what I saw. It had to have been more than meets the eye at this point. So I start doing my little control-alt-deleting and whatnot, you feel me? And I come across Dude Manifesto. Inside that joint, he talking about all the people he influenced by, what his message is, what point he trying to get across to the world, and all that. Man's go on to citing the reasons as to why he was influenced, saying, mind you, he 18 years old. All of these people that he look up to as a point of reference, they all happened within the last 20 years. So essentially, all these last little events that done took place that kind of like done went under the rug and gone unnoticed are all the things that have inspired this kid to go out here and commit these same hateful acts to the people that look like me and you. I don't know if anybody here ever been locked up before, but I was locked up before. And everybody who been locked up before know that there's like this racial segregation in that place for real. Outside of being able to like conduct business with people and whatnot, you really don't associate with people who don't look like you in those types of environments or whatever. So everybody who locked up, everybody really getting tattoos and stuff like that. All the black folk, we really just getting a whole bunch of like trap tats. Like it ain't really too much thought process into our tats. Like we cool with like flowers and birds and stuff like that, but they don't really hold no type of significance to us for real. We just trying to fill some space. Meanwhile, I look across the room and I'm seeing ABs and ANs, and y'all gotta do y'all research if y'all don't really know what they is if you ain't never been locked up. ABs is Aryan Brotherhood. ANs is Aryan Nation. So if you look up the Aryan Nation, I guess these people supposed to be some type of like Christian group on the streets, but in jail they like some type of terrorist group or something wild like that. But anyway, long story short, these dudes are getting these symbolic tattoos and they will not tell you what they mean for real. So to cross-reference in the manifesto, I see the dude talking about these 14 words. And I remember when I was locked up, I used to ask ABs all the time, what's that 14 and 88 mean? And they would not tell me, even though I was cool with a couple of them. Not cool on a condition to where, like, you know, we drinking out of the same cup, eating off the same spoon, but, you know, these my homies for real. Like, we talk, they talk back, you feel me? Like, in this dude manifesto, he bring me back to those points where all I saw was symbols. Over the course of 180 pages, dude gets so descriptive with everything that motivated his whole thought process to take these matters into his own hands to be a crash dummy out here. In the first couple of pages, dude talking about how he inspired by the internet to take matters into his own hands off of pseudosciences, man. What's wrong with people, bruh? Y'all gotta do y'all research out here in these streets, man. It's various data sheets and all type of fake charts about all these statistics about who did this, where it done happened at, all while being a walking contradiction to everything that he fake believe in. He go on to say the people that he targeted are responsible for why he feels the way that he feels. But the people that he attacked really just out here trying to go grocery shopping. 200 miles away, no, pardon me, 308.5 miles away from his address. Like, come on, dog. Not only had he already been to that location earlier in the day, he had been doing research over the last couple of months. I guess from January 2022 was when he was first inspired to actually take matters into his own hands. So over the course of the last 4.5 months, dude done did all type of research through Google to try to figure out the data to catch the most people in that place at one time. He talking about all the combat gear he intends to wear. He talk about all the cop armor that he intends to shoot through just in case they come to him. He thinking about the potential of who they could call and the potential armor that they could have, or the ballistics that they could have to get through the armor that he has. Like, who's thinking like that? Who even does that type of research? Like, in the manifesto, dude done drew out a GTA 2 overhead map of what the store looked like. Like, bruh, who puts in this type of research and effort just to hurt innocent people, man? When you actually get to the final pages of what this dude's mission really was, first off, he felt like he didn't do enough. Secondly, he's satisfied with understanding he didn't do enough. Which is wild. Like, who's really asking for these types of things? What I understand after looking at all this stuff is that he feels as if it's not completely over for real, because he understands there's only so many more times that these types of events can take place with these types of weapons. He understands that the type of weapon that he used is very media worthy. He knew the media would be attracted to the type of gun that he would use to kill people with. So, because he knew that the media would be so tempted to gravitate towards looking at those sizes of weapons and feel like it's necessary to change the law, now he feels like all the white people should come together and not allow for the laws to even change in the first place. Bruh, I ain't even gonna make this video too long. This is my first time doing this YouTube thing. I swear I don't got it all the way together. One more again, I want to send my condolences to the 13 victims that were affected by yesterday's events. Everybody related, everybody that was in the parking lot, everybody. Every single person that watched this video and didn't know what they signed up for when they was watching this video. I knew what I was signing up for when I looked for something that nobody was trying to show me. You gotta look. The devil is always in the details, people. I looked at this stuff. It's graphic. It's nasty. I'm not sure if y'all necessarily want to see it, but it's out there. So hit y'all Control-Alt-Deletes and go ahead and figure it out for yourself, man.